Here we go, industrialization. So this has taken place over many years actually throughout. It starts technically at the end of the 1700s, right around the same time as the Revolutionary War is happening, or right afterwards, and it just keeps on going all the way through the course, and we're still, well, not still, but all the way up into the 1900s, which is your 11th grade course. So I'm not going to get into that, but it's a very important subject because a lot of things happen. This is where it goes. Okay, so we get things like the Erie Canal. Basically what's happening is new technologies and new ways of producing things make manufacturing goods and growing crops and harvesting those crops, building things faster and cheaper. It brings up that efficiency level. So simple machines turn into complex machines. We get factories that spring up around this time. We get the steam engine, which opens up all sorts of new doors because it's not just used on railroads or steamships. It's used in factories to power things, and it's just a domino effect of new technology. And so naturally, a lot of people just can't make a living farming and things like that, and they start moving all over to urban centers, big cities like New York, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, places where they used to farm or weren't very well. New York was always kind of a bigger city, but it becomes even bigger because they start opening up factories and things there, and we call that process urbanization, and that's when people move from their rural areas and their small little farms into bigger cities because they can find work there. And we also have an influx of immigrants at this time too, who literally get off the ship in either, let's say if it's San Francisco, the Chinese, they're getting off the ships and they're setting up shop right there. So you have a huge population boom there. New York and Ellis Island, the Irish immigrants, the Italian immigrants are getting off those ships and they're fleeing from their countries, their home countries, because they want to make a better life for themselves. Particularly like the Irish were coming because the potato famine, which is a germ, it was killing all of their crops. People were starving to death, so they took what they could, boarded ships, immigrated to America. Italians, there was wars going on in Europe. The Germans, Italians were coming over. People were not happy with their home lives. It was too crowded over there, so they said, let's live the American dream. Let's come to America. We can settle. We can make a name for ourselves. A poor, Scottish immigrant could come over and become the world's richest man making steel. So crazy little things like that, and that's happening all over the country. Different immigrant groups are coming in and they're going to these industrialized centers and they're taking those jobs, or they're making new jobs for themselves. So it's just a huge influx of people, technologies, and ideas. And we get these factories and we have child labor, which because there was no laws against children working. And hey, why send you to school when you can go make a quarter for the family that day working in the factory? So, these things happen.